Okay, Cancer. So before November starts, Spirit needs you to hear this. Okay, so listen up. October was not a random month. Okay, every single challenge that you experience, every delay, every emotional wave that you felt this month, y'all, has been realignment, okay? Divine realignment. Trust me when I tell you this, Cancer, okay? You're walking into a new month, a brand new month with brand new clarity, and Spirit is about to show you exactly why things had to happen the way that they did, okay? So let's talk about it, Cancer. Welcome back to the Cancerian Vibe. This is your one-stop shop for astrology, intuitive insight, tarot guidance, all the things for my Cancerian placements. Wherever you have Cancer in your birth chart, wherever you are in the world, okay? If you vibe with the Cancerian energy, we are family, boo, okay? So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, follow me, whatever you got to do. And join the family, okay? You guys, I am, if you're new here, you happen to be new, I am the spiritual bridge, and today we're gonna be closing out October, and we're gonna be stepping into November transformative, really transformation portal, okay? Just a quick PSA, I gotta keep saying it because it's real out here, y'all. If you happen to see my content anywhere but at the.Cancerian Vibe, you guys, it is stolen. Please report it, okay? Please check if you are under the sound of my voice right now and you are somewhere besides at the Cancerian Vibe, please save yourself. Get out of there. Report it. Do not support it, you guys. Protect yourself from the scams. Y'all know the holiday season coming around. Y'all know people is working extra hard, okay? I'm trying to work extra hard and tell y'all to stop putting yourself in harm's way with this Betty lady, but y'all are still over there interacting with that page. Like, it really boggles my mind, and it actually really scares me because I feel like society is cooked. Y'all just don't listen, and we don't read anymore. Like, oh, it's scary. But anyway, I'm doing my part, okay? So protect yourself. I know y'all tired of hearing me saying it. I'm tired of saying it, having to say it, but whatever. Please only use my official links in the description box below. I'm never going to ask you for nothing. I'm never going to come and tell you to do nothing like that, okay? Use official links in my descriptions or in my pinned comment section only, okay? Now that I got that out the way, let's recap October's wild astrology real quick, okay? Because we kicked off the month with Mercury moving into the sign of Scorpio. That was, I think, back on the 6th of October, and that deepened our conversations. That's when some secrets got revealed. If you remember, if you recall, confirm and let me know down in the comment section that I ain't crazy, because I know we had some secrets that came out, okay? Some truths were surfacing around that time, okay? Then we had the full moon in Aries that really fired up your independence. So you probably kind of felt torn between needing solitude, but like craving connection. It was probably a back and forth for you, Cancer. Then on October the 13th, Venus moved into the sign of Libra, and that made us shift our focus to, the balance and the harmony in our relationships and in our finances. And then we had that new moon on the 21st in Libra, and that really came in like an emotional cleanser, okay? It wiped the emotional state clean for us, and it was a perfect time for you to be thinking about refining your priorities, figuring out what you really value and putting your energy in, rationing your energy appropriately, okay? The Scorpio season started on October the 22nd, and that really kind of turned our light inward, because Scorpio, not like they're a bad thing, but definitely it gives, kind of a little darker energy or the shadow energy. And I feel like being in Scorpio season is really going to help us face our emotional shadows. And as we close out October, Mercury is going to move into the sign of Sagittarius, y'all. And Spirit is saying with this, speak your vision out loud, okay? Speak it out loud. You're going to have to talk about it, okay? November wants you to be thinking big, moving from just emotional survival to spiritual expansion. This is the big leads. This is what I'm talking about. If you need a real life example, like, B, what is you talking about? Bridget, girl, what? If October had you questioning your relationship, Cancer, if October had you questioning your career, if it had you questioning your living situation, listen up, because November is going to ask you, what lesson did that teach you about your worth? You know what I mean? You are meant to take that wisdom from what you've experienced, okay, and start fresh, okay? That's what Spirit is asking you to do, Cancer. We're going to dive into the cards and get some deeper insight on everything that you need to know before we step foot into November, because I want my vibe tribe, my Cancerian fam, to be, okay, prepared, all right? I like to have us on one accord. We know what's going on. Before we do pull the cards, if you are ready to step into November with clarity on a personal level, you can book an overall energy reading or a blueprint session with me. Those links are in my description box below only, okay, and in the pinned comment section. While you're down in the comment section, drop your Cancer emoji or your crab emoji in the comments if you are ready for this new chapter, Cancer. Of course, leave me some good energy on that like button, you guys. Hit that hype button if you are real and you love me and you support the mission, okay? I appreciate you. I love you right back, you guys. But I done chit-chatted enough. Let's get into the details, honey. We're gonna look at the overall energy of the rest of October as we transition into November. You know, we're gonna see what story is opening up, or what story did October tell, and how does it prepare Cancer for November's shift. What is the overall energy of October as we transition into November, Spirit? Thank you for clear, accurate messages for Cancerians. What is the overall energy as we transition? Ooh, okay, boom. I love that the Ace of Pentacles, if this is this external party, because I swear this card was stalking me before I even got to start the reading. And I was like, man, I really hope it's not going to be some foolishness. But anyway, I love that the Ace of Pentacles is here at the bottom of the deck, okay? And unfortunately, so it is. And I knew it. I knew that it was going to show up. Not because, well, some of you could definitely be dealing with outside factors. But I'm telling you, October was just a heavily karmic month, okay? But let me tell you the bright side about dealing with this karma. You're clearing out karmic debt, Cancer. And this Ace of Pentacles at the bottom just confirms that something real, something very tangible will manifest from this, this karmic completion, okay? Cancer, some of you probably even dealt with in October. This may not resonate for everybody, so just pick up what I'm putting down. If it's for you, for you. For not, we're gonna bring around another tray of appetizers. Your thing might be on that, okay? But some of y'all are in maybe connections, relationships. This could even be friendships. Doesn't have to just be romantic. But some of you could have experienced an external party kind of getting in the middle of the connection, and not even necessarily getting in the middle, but there was a third energy. There was an external party. There was something outside of the relationship that was kind of karmic, that had to happen. It was fated to happen to give you a brand new start. It was kind of like Spirit was saying, okay, I see what you're building, but we need to make some improvements. So let's just come in, make some improvements right here, do some renovations, and give you a brand new start, especially with this Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And that's what I said. If this was in a connection, in a romantic connection for you, Cancer, I do feel like whatever this external party did in the connection, if your relationship perseveres through whatever that was, Cancer, it will come out, it will start stable, okay? It will start on a more stable ground. For some of you, this is a new financial start. There was an external situation or external party that came in and messed with your finances, or maybe mess with your job, mess with your career, however. But Spirit is saying it wasn't built to last, and now you have something more solid to kind of stand on, okay? The story of October was all about energetic interference. That's what's happening here, okay? Other people's opinions, distractions, or obligations may have really just kind of pulled your focus away from what really matters, Cancer. And you might have spent the month like feeling like everyone wanted a piece of you, you know, like work may have needed your attention, your family, you know, was demanding your time, your relationships, you know, maybe even your romantic energy, where you felt like you were just giving more than you were kind of getting back in return, right? But I feel like this Spirit is saying all of that chaos that you were experiencing was kind of the pruning season before your harvest. That's what this harvest, you know, we're coming up to Thanksgiving. At the bottom, this Ace of Earth at the bottom really shows that November is going to be that reset, Cancer. You're being regrounded. You're being grounded again. And what you learned in October is who and what really deserves access to your peace, you know? So in real life, y'all, this could look like finally kind of just setting boundaries with the toxic work situation, taking your energy back from an inconsistent person, or just realizing that not everyone is meant to go where you're going or where you're headed, Cancer. You know what I mean? Because Spirit is saying the moment that you stop entertaining that outside stuff, those outside distractions, that external stuff, a new opportunity is going to pop up, whether that's love, money, or both. It really could be both for you, Cancer. But it's starting to take root underneath the surface. But Spirit is definitely asking you, like, these situations, they were meant to kind of come in and stir up some chaos to kind of give you this new start. Okay, and see, yeah, it's definitely giving, with twin flames here at the bottom of the deck, it's definitely giving like this is a romantic thing that Cancer is dealing with. And no matter if you're single, if you're in your connection, whatever, there was external energy, karmic energy that you were dealing with when it came to your connections and your collaborations, you know, and they're in the hot seat. But I'm telling you, if the connection withstands the chaos, it's just giving you a more stable ground to build upon, okay? But let's look at the challenge, or what is Cancer leaving behind in October. What was the main block or lesson that Spirit needed us to master as we close out this chapter? Uh-oh. What was the main block or lesson Spirit needed you to master? And I feel like, too, with this energy, so Spirit guys is trying to show up here with this shadow work. The receive card tried to pop out, and I feel like the receive energy is more so, again, that karmic energy. Like, you just need to be open and receptive to what Spirit is doing in your life. But I'm telling you, okay, October was probably was a very emotional month for you, Cancer, because a lot of the past was coming up, was resurfacing, so that you can fully get out of it. And I'll be honest, I feel like, you know, that's going to carry over into November, especially as we're coming up into this retrograde season. You guys, I kind of pulled some cards already on the energy of just the rest of the year by request, if you want to go check out that reading. But definitely there's a lot of healing that still has to be done, Cancer, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not saying that you haven't done a lot of work, but there is still a lot of healing that needs to be done as we move into this new month, okay? And I know, Cancer, that October was, you know, you may have definitely felt like you felt this way. You know, some of you could kind of feel, I'm picking up this energy. It's kind of like she's in the fetal position. It feels like life has kind of really done its number on you. There's been suffering, whether physical, financial, emotional. There's been some suffering, right? But your biggest challenge through October, and I feel what Spirit is asking you to finally release before stepping into November, is your attachment to something that has already ended, Cancer, okay? The past card shows that some of you have been replaying this old storyline in your mind. You're going through the what ifs and the betrayals and the moments that left you questioning your worth. And it's almost like you have been living in this survival mode, Cancer, just carrying all this emotional residue that doesn't even belong to you. All of it doesn't belong to you, but it for sure does not belong in this new chapter that Spirit is trying to open up for you, okay? Spirit is saying loud and clear, y'all, that the only thing standing between you and your manifestation is the belief that healing has to be painful, you know? And that's what I told you. I was saying the rest of this year is all about healing, and I already kind of felt some of the groans like, oh, how much more healing? That's why I was like, I'm not saying that y'all ain't been doing the healing, but Healing doesn't have to be a painful, long, drawn out, miserable kind of thing, Cancer. Definitely with that spirit, the spirit guides energy showing up, y'all. I feel like it just reminds you that you're not alone in this process, okay? Your spirit guides are here. You have angels encamped around you, Cancer. And even when things went silent, even, you know, even when things felt like nothing was happening, your ancestors, your guides, they were working behind the scenes for you, okay? They were helping you detach from old energy so that you could rediscover your power. That's why it was an external party. Your spirit guides were in it too. They were you know, like little invisible parts of the pieces to this puzzle and moving things around to get you to kind of shift and look and do and be in a different way. And that reflecting energy, this energy of shadow work, that's been your inner mirror moment, Cancer. And I feel like October pushed you to kind of like force you to confront certain parts about yourself, you know, that still have to, that still need love. You know what? You know what I mean? These parts of you, they don't deserve punishment. They deserve love, Cancer. And you weren't being broken down to like, you know, break you down. You were being purified. You were being cleansed, okay? And in real life, y'all, this could have looked like, for some of you, like I said, an ex could have resurfaced to kind of just test your growth to see how far you've actually come, or some opportunity that you outgrew falling apart so that something better could come together. Like I said, definitely with the external party and some of your relationships, Cancer, something external outside of your forces or whatever came in to stir up some chaos to kind of show you some things, okay? And I feel like either way, the message is that the past was preparation and not punishment for you, Cancer. That's the big thing. You are not being punished. I feel like, you know, you may kind of be in this energy where it's like, okay, like, yeah, I'm suffering. Like, okay, Spirit, where are you? Do you even feel what I'm going through? Understand? But no, like, you know, and that's very kind of in this victim energy, but you're not a victim right now. It'll come full circle for you. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to give you that. It's going to come full circle for you. Just be patient for that, Cancer. I'm going to ask about some advice or how to navigate this upcoming month. What does Cancer need to do differently as this new month or this new cycle begins, Spirit? So, look, tapping into your dreams, your 5D. Or this is telepathy energy again, and this is tapping into what your spirit guides are saying. This is what I'm telling you, Cancer. Your spirit guides are definitely talking to you. They are around you right now. They are giving you signs, synchronicities. They are communicating with you in very spiritual ways, okay? We have truth here at the bottom of the deck. And this is what I'm talking about, Cancer. You're going to get a new perspective. For some of you, I feel like there's going to be a dream that you have. Your spirit guides could give you a dream that's going to give you a different perspective on your life or how you're moving forward. Like I feel like whatever this is definitely going to blow your mind. But I'm getting very like deep spiritual, like communication, okay? Your spirit guides are talking directly to you. I almost feel like I need to come and do another angel message because your spirit guides are here, present. They are around, okay? That spirit is saying November is really about trusting what you already know. You know what I mean? You are about to become hyper attuned to your intuition, okay? Through your dreams, through signs, through repeating numbers, sudden downloads. None of it is coincidence, Cancer. None of it, okay? This dream messages card really just shows that your higher self and your spirit team, they have been sending you guidance that bypasses logic, okay? It just bypasses it. And these, excuse me, those strange dreams that some of you are already having, or about to have, or those moments that just felt too coincidental, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not coincidence, Cancer. They were not random. This was your 5D self communicating the next steps for you in this 3D, okay? But here's where the shifts come in with the truth. Your expression at the bottom is showing that this season it's not just enough to just receive the guidance. You're meant to act on it, okay? Spirit is saying you got to stop second guessing what you already feel in your soul, what you already know in your soul, Cancer. So, you know, how this is showing up in your life, this could look like suddenly realizing the truth about a relationship or a friendship or a connection or a job, whatever. Just finally saying it out loud, being real about it. You know what I mean? Expressing that, or getting some type of nudge to launch a project, or moving, excuse me, moving a new direction. So I don't, you know, I feel like the message is that November is going to bring clear signs, okay? Clear signs to you, Cancer, but you have to trust your own translation of them, or find you someone that you can trust that can help you make sense of these signs and synchronicities. Because when I say your spirit team is talking, Cancer, they are, okay? And spirit is saying that your first language is your intuition, okay? You, not English, your first language is your intuition. You do not need external confirmation, okay? You don't have to have that anymore. You are the confirmation. You have the confirmation. But if you are struggling with your confirmation, then find someone to trust to help validate. There's nothing wrong with that, but just know you don't need the validation, okay? Okay. Let's ask, I'm going to ask about how relationships are shifting as Cancer is evolving in this new month. Just get a little taste of what's going on for love, relationships in November for Cancer. How are Cancer's relationships shifting as we move into November? So there's that reflecting, that shadow work energy showing up. But look at that at the bottom of the deck. Some of you, yeah, karmically, some of you are definitely dealing with someone that you have karmic ties with. There's a soul tie showing up. And some of you may be reuniting with someone that you have met here in the 3D. But I feel that some of you are having or will have a dream about this person in the 5D. And that's what the reuniting is. It's like y'all haven't necessarily met in the 3D, but you know this person is going to feel familiar because you have that soul tie, because there is this past life connection. There's a faded partnership that's happening, and that's why Spirit is doing all this pruning and telling you to take a good look at yourself. It's almost like Spirit saying, hey, I'm trying to hook you up on a date, and you just laying around, you know, like you just, you know us, Cancer, we laid up in the house eating snacks, taking naps, okay? At least I know I love that. But anyway, you know, real comfy, real casual, and Spirit is saying, hey, maybe, you know, do your hair or put on a nice outfit. I want you to meet someone. I want you to take a look at yourself, or I want you to start thinking about those things that may kind of come up or be a hindrance when you meet your dream person, this faded person. That Spirit, when your soul was created, their soul was created. Both of you, you know, your souls were created with each other in mind, and that's what's happening, okay? But yeah, Cancer, your love life in November really just has this mirror energy all over it, okay? Because the reflecting card just really shows you or someone connected to you has been forced, okay? And I'm talking forced into this deep soul searching, okay? This could be you. This could be someone connected to you. That's what I said. The external energy that showed up in some of your relationships or, you know, partnerships, whatever. For some of you, it's separation energy, okay? Spirit intentionally put distance between you and a certain person so that both of you could face your own shadow. All right. This reunion, this soul tie energy just at the bottom just confirms and tells me that this connection is not random. Okay. It's very karmic. It's deeply spiritual, Cancer, deeply spiritual. This is a bond that is teaching you self-worth, a bond that is teaching you boundaries, and it's what real love requires. Okay. November may bring an opportunity for reconnection or for communication with you and another, this person, but Spirit is saying that you'll only recognize the true connection when you have healed the illusion of it, okay? So, y'all, that means a past person could definitely resurface, okay? But not necessarily for romance or, you know, but more so for closure or just helping you reflect. For others, I feel like a new person could mirror some type of old lessons and really show you how far that you've really come. Either way, y'all, November's love theme is mirror mirror energy, shadow work, releasing and evolving, okay? Spirit says that if it's meant for you, it's going to reflect for you. You know what I mean? It is going to, Spirit says, Cancer, if it's meant for you, it is going to reflect back peace for you and not pain, okay? That is how you're going to know. And if someone reaches out to you, just ask yourself, are they meeting your healed version, or are they still speaking to who you used to be? Because I'm telling you, you have been doing the healing, Cancer, okay? You already have been. That's confirmation. But I definitely do see some reunions, some interesting reunions showing up for Cancer. And really a lot of it, for a lot of you all, again, like I said, it's not like an ex. I'm trying to say an ex coming back, but even if it is an ex, it's not to say that y'all are supposed to get back together, but it's more so to show you how far you've come. Okay, I feel like this is validation for you. Your spirit guides are putting it in front of you and showing you how far you've come. Okay, but let's look into your money and career. Let's ask, how is Cancer being guided towards their purpose and prosperity in November? How is Cancer being guided towards purpose and prosperity in November, Spirit? So look, oh, I love this Jupiter energy is showing up, and we got the Ace of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. See, even there's an underlying energy of this healing energy. So even when we're talking about your money and your finances, I'm feeling healing around that. So if you feel like your finances or your career is in need of a healing, everything about you is being healed, okay? And it's the water energy that's going to be around you that's going to help you find this healing. A lot of y'all are I'm seeing love, okay? I'm seeing love in relationships forming or deepening, okay? Going to the next level. This emotion showing up for Cancer, and I feel like that's what's going to help drive you. You want to do things that feel healing, you know, Cancer. You want to do things that you have an emotional draw to when it comes to your finances and career, okay? Trusting your intuition is going to be key with this too. But Jupiter, this energy, this inspired risk is what's showing up on the card. And I feel like Cancer, your money and your career energy for November is going to be ruled by Jupiter. And luckily it's in our sign, but Jupiter is the planet of expansion and blessings, okay? So Spirit's message here is simple, but it's very bold, okay? Take the inspired risk, quite literally, okay? This is the moment to move from dreaming about it, Cancer, to actually doing it, okay? October had you processing the emotional clutter, but November is all about saying yes to the growth, okay? Saying yes to the expansion, even if it scares you a little bit, okay? This action card really just reminds you that fortune and abundance is going to favor movement, taking action, okay? You are being guided to pitch that idea, Cancer. You are being guided to launch that offer, to apply for that job, or even just speak up on what you deserve. That's what you're being guided to do, that. And Jupiter is promising that opportunity, okay? But you have to strike while the energy is hot, Cancer, okay? You have to. Now, with this Ace of Cups at the bottom, I feel like, you know, Spirit is adding that you want to lead with your heart and not fear, okay? When you take action from a healed place, abundance is going to respond differently to you, Cancer, okay? It's like you magnetize the success instead of having to chase it, right? In real life, y'all, this could look like, you know, taking a leap of faith in business, or finally investing in yourself in some type of way, or emotionally detaching from something that just drains your creativity. And Spirit says that your next level of wealth, Cancer, your next level of wealth is on the other side of this emotional healing, okay? And the wild part, y'all, for some of you, that bold move towards your purpose is actually going to bring you new love, okay? It's actually going to bring you new love. And look, it's very unexpected too. I feel like this love comes in as a storm, okay? Very unexpected kind of energy with this new love, or emotional renewal for some of you right alongside it, okay? So like purpose and passion are going to be intertwining. This is a beautiful energy, okay? If this reading is already feeling like Spirit was talking directly to you, Cancer, just imagine what an overall energy reading customized to your specific energy would reveal for you. The links are going to be below. Don't wait until November 1st to claim your clarity, okay? You can get your clarity now, Cancer. But October is really... it really was an emotional wake-up call, and it really helped you kind of detox of the distractions, the obligations, and just the energy leaks that really kept you from truly seeing your worth, Cancer. Spirit shows you what happens when you overgive, and November is going to be your reward for choosing peace over that people-pleasing energy, okay? You have shed the past. You have learned to trust your divine guidance, okay? And you have faced your reflection. You've faced the man in the mirror, and now Spirit is saying it's time to make a move. It is time to make a move. Jupiter and Ace of Water, Jupiter being in our sign, Cancer, really just closes your reading by saying that expansion is going to be emotional first, okay? Financial second. It has to connect emotionally first, but the money will flow second. When your heart heals, when you emotionally heal and you put down some of this emotional baggage, the bag will turn up on you, okay? The bag is going to chase you down, Cancer. It's going to be running towards you, okay? November wants you to really believe in yourself the way that Spirit believes in you. November wants you to see yourself the way that Spirit sees you, Cancer. So you have to say yes to that inspired risk. Some of you are going to get a dream. You're going to see this about your future. You're going to see it in a dream. It may even be a daydream. However, and it may feel so unorthodox. Like I said, it's going to run right past logic, Cancer. But you just have to know that this is what's meant for you. This is your future that you're seeing. This is expansion. Okay. And that's what Spirit is asking you, just to say yes. That's all you have to do. Okay. So pitch that idea. Post that content, plan that business, apply for that job, whatever it is, Cancer. The next door that you walk through won't just bring you success. It's going to bring you peace, okay? It's going to bring you peace on another level, y'all. If this resonated, please do not stop here, my love. Definitely, like I said, book an overall energy reading or a blueprint session using the link down below. Spirit has a message tailored just for you, Cancer. And November is a month to hear it loud and clear. Like I said, your angels, your spirit guides, they are around. They are dropping nuggets on you, okay? And if you need help deciphering those messages, decoding those dreams, Cancers, let's talk about it, okay? Drop your Cancer emoji or your crab emoji in the comments if you're claiming this new chapter. And leave me some love on that like button, you guys, to kind of just charge up the energy and get us in the eyes of all our other Cancerian family, okay? I really appreciate you so much for being here, Cancer. Your breakthrough season is here. I'm so excited to move into this new month, this new time. Y'all, it's not temporary, okay? But I'm gonna leave it here. In the meantime, in between time, until next time, love you.